Hello, thanks so much for having me. Today I'm here to talk about the FSD database, which is my little research project to evaluate self-driving adoption and usage directly through live vehicle telemetry. So earlier today you heard from David Moss, who is the first person to drive coast to coast in a self-driving car. But you don't have to take David's word for it. During his journey, his vehicle uploaded telemetry directly to my FSD database, allowing me to verify that 100% of the journey was driven on self-driving. And you can see the path he took here down the Pacific coast all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. We were able to pull that path from his car and verify that it was 100% FSD. As David drove across the country, his Tesla reported self-driving miles in real time. You can see 10,638 miles, 100% on self-driving. And he actually went up to 13,000 miles before he ever touched the wheel. Pretty incredible what he did. For self-driving to be trusted by the public, we need independent evaluations of performance and reliability. But the old way of asking users to manually upload data into a spreadsheet doesn't work. What we need is vehicles uploading their telemetry in real time directly to servers. And thankfully, Tesla lets us do exactly that. With their fleet telemetry API, which was originally developed to help large fleets manage their vehicles, you can actually encrypt data and send it directly to a third-party server without ever going through Tesla. So you can actually pull all kinds of information from these vehicles in real time. And you can see here on this map, you can see all the vehicles that are reporting to the FSD database. We have over 1,000 Teslas now reporting across 38 states and a few Canadian provinces. And this is just the beginning. Ultimately, we want to build a database of millions of vehicles and their real-time telemetry. And you can also see these are all the vehicles that are using self-driving right now in real time. You can see that information. The website also has a live public leaderboard where you can see who's driven the most self-driving miles in a given week or all time. And you can see on the next slide, this is the most recent week. You can see that the top driver has driven almost 2,700 miles on self-driving, or 380 miles a day. You can see David Moss there at number 6. He's driven a little bit less, maybe since he's here, but 99.2% on self-driving. Pretty insane. And you can also see who's driven the most of all time. Look at some of these people. 55,000 miles on self-driving, 99.6% on self-driving. And there's David again at number 6 with almost 20,000 miles, 99.9% on self-driving. It's just crazy how much people are using this software for all their day-to-day driving. Every user can see their full history. Here's the history for my Cybertruck. You can see in blue the self-driving miles, and in yellow the manually driven miles. And I'm driving about 90% of the time on self-driving. Less than 10% of the time I'm actually driving myself. We're also tracking retention for FSD subscribers. What we're seeing now is the self-driving subscribers are renewing 90% month to month. That's up from 65% a year ago. When the software is making mistakes, more people cancel. Now that it's working better, you're seeing a much higher retention rate. We're also seeing a big increase in drives where the user never touches the controls. 1 year ago, we were at about 33%. And keep in mind, the user can take control for any reason. Now, just 44.2%. So you're seeing a lot more drives where the user is choosing to never touch the controls. And shout out to my friend Ben from TesLab for crunching some of these numbers. We're also seeing a big decrease in accelerator pedal overrides. Just a few months ago, it was significantly higher. Now it's down to 1.9%. That's a 3.5x improvement from V12 to V14. Hard brakes are down considerably too. Version 13 sometimes had as much as 35 hard braking events per 1,000 miles. Version 14 is less than half that. And I think we're going to see that number continue to decrease. The world sees an estimated 1.2 million traffic fatalities per year. Around 40,000 of those happen in the United States, and around 20,000 happen in Europe. Even if we made every car in the United States and Europe self-driving and eliminated all the traffic fatalities, that's still 95% of the world's traffic fatalities that haven't been addressed. That really gives you a sense of the scale of the problem. If we're going to get serious about eliminating traffic fatalities worldwide, we need to design self-driving for the whole world. Peer vision self-driving and vehicles reporting live telemetry for independent analysis will really help us make a dent in fatalities worldwide. Regulators are not just going to take the manufacturer's word for it. Direct telemetry from the vehicles allows independent third parties to analyze data and draw their own conclusions. It allows regulators to spot issues early and stop them before they become crashes. Owners of any self-driving car of any brand should have the right to share their telemetry. We're also seeing interesting applications like Lemonade for insurance. They saw that people are crashing less on self-driving, so when you use self-driving, you pay half price for insurance. I think this is a really cool application of direct vehicle telemetry. We've also got some less serious use cases. We report who are the top artists that people are listening to in their cars. You can see Drake, Kanye West, and Taylor Swift took the top spot. But really, there's so much information, whether the brake pedal's pressed, whether the center display is on, battery heater, battery telemetry, energy usage. You can really get everything. So if you have a Tesla, please join the FSD database at fsddb.com and contribute your data. Tesla does charge us to get this data, so it's a $99 one-time fee. But if you have a Tesla, please join and help us learn more about how self-driving is evolving in the real world.